I think. Hey, there we go. All right. Hey, everybody know who we are and what we doing? I got Joski Doski, Mr. Me Too, Huston Herbert. Oh, wait, it was the J silent. Huston Herbert. There we go. And we got Hefe up in here. But everybody should know by now, Drewski's just about ready, but not all the way. So give me like 30. Okay, here we go, baby. We trying to make some money today. I'm excited. This slate is really, really, really complex today. I don't know if you guys struggled like how I did to fill out a lineup, but my goodness, I was losing years of my life, hair on my head, everything. But I'm very curious to see where you guys ended up after your research. So Joski Doski, Mr. Me Too. 2 O's. We got a quarterback today for your core four. Say what's up to the people.
First and foremost, I've always wanted to do this. Hi, Mom. I don't know if she's watching, but if she is, hi. I'll talk to you later. So yeah, I'm going with Dak Prescott today. This matchup against Washington actually does not look so great on paper or even on DraftKings, so digital paper. But something about this game today with Mike McCarthy guaranteeing a victory, which is probably going to be the opposite. Who knows? But it just makes me like Dak Prescott a lot. He does have all of his offensive weapons back this week. No injuries, no COVID, no concussions, none of that going on right now. So he has Gallup, Cooper, and CeeDee Lamb. So I'm looking for him to go ahead and carry this team to that victory that was promised this week. So I'm definitely firing him up at 6,700. I might as well do this because our first two picks are the same. I'll go ahead and just save the time of going back to it later. So Andy also has Dak Prescott at 6,700 this week.
Someone writing this down. I can't keep track of shit when I'm at work.
yeah, I got it written down. Right. Drew, you were Friar Moot. He played on Thursday.
Friar Moot. There we go. So, no, I love the Dak Prescott pick. That's who I originally had coming into the week. I said, who's against Washington? I was like, oh, Dak Prescott. And he got all of his weapons. But I heard a very interesting stat on Washington football team's defense. I don't ever know what to call them anymore. The footballers, the potatoes, whatever they are.
WFT.
I was just gonna call him WTF. Just call him WTF. You know what I mean? It's almost there anyway. But they have corrected their third down stops. They were getting burned on third down for like most of the season, like just getting smashed. But they've somehow corrected that. Now I still believe in the Dallas offense, so I love the Dak Prescott pick. For my cash games, he makes me nervous. Washington been doing some things. They've been doing some things.
The thing is that his record and his career against Washington
still stuck.
Been so. No, I think we're good. But it's actually been pretty spectacular. He's averaged over 200 yards for the game. His passer rating about 112, if I'm not mistaken, a 13-1 touchdown to interception ratio. So, between all of those, the matchup, like I said, to kick it off, not as great as you would naturally want it to be, but I do expect this game. They're essentially playing for this division too. Right. Washington is really, I think if Washington wins out, I mean, they would actually control their own fate as far as winning that division. So this should be a pretty good game. I think it's going to be a lot better than what we're looking at. So
definitely, yeah, no, it's going to be a really good game. I'm excited for that one. I'm excited, and I'm rolling with Dak Prescott all day with the season long. Dirty Dak 7-1 against the football team. Ooh, not bad. Okay. I'm not hating. I'm just saying Washington defense, that secondary is scaring me lately. It's pretty good. Huston Herbert. That's the silent J, right? I know you trying to be fancy out here, trying to be European.
I prefer Gerbert, but you call me what you want today, Drew. I'm a little lacking in the brain power today, but that's who I'm going with, Justin Herbert. I've come to the realization that the Giants are not going to be good, and it hurts me really bad to say that. But their defense just isn't as good as I think it could be or should be, and I think Justin Herbert's going to look good today.
Okay,
$7,100, so he's not super duper expensive. He's up there, but he's not,
right.
Pat Mahomes expensive.
A few weeks
he's
ago,
number 5.
Like 82.
He's number 5.
Yeah, QB 5. Justin Herbert, he's QB 5 this week.
He's QB 5.
Yeah. I like the Herbert pick a lot, honestly. The only thing that worries me a little bit, I still don't know what the deal is with Mike Williams, but obviously we know Keenan Allen isn't playing. But I am going to be dipping in that game a little bit, especially like maybe some Austin Eckler or something like that.
Look, that's what happened to me. Like you said, Drew, I'm doing all this stuff, and I was riding Herbert. We're going to ride him 3 weeks in a row. The dude's putting up crazy numbers, 300 yards each the last 3 games, 8 touchdowns, and I was going with Herbert. And then I started looking at everything and talking about, Allen not playing, and I made my change. I'm going with Mahomes today. He hasn't thrown a touchdown in 2 weeks. I'm blowing the wad. I'm blowing the wad on 3 of my picks this week. Yeah. And this one starts with Mahomes. He's got 3 0-touchdown games this year.
Right.
Two in a row. And he's got 5 touchdown games twice. And last year he didn't have a single game where he didn't throw a touchdown. And we know they're at home against Vegas, and they're motivated for the playoffs. And so I'm spending the full $8,000 and taking number 1 Mahomes today.
Okay, I love that. I definitely got Mahomes in one of my lineups today.
I loved Herbert, but I changed everything around because I was looking at a wholly different running back, and then you hit it right on the head, Joe. Then I had to blow the wad on fucking Eckler because, excuse my language, because I think he's the play in that game.
Yeah, for sure. With Keenan Allen out, definitely. Oh yeah, for sure. So there
might be another play, but I'm gonna save that for later.
I know.
Me too. Way later.
I know it's way later. I'm right there with you. But Hefe, go ahead and just tell us who your RB is, because and I'll catch up. I'll give you my quarterback and RB in a minute. But go ahead and tell us your RB and what you think he's gonna do today, because I feel the same way as you. Like
Joe said, man. I thought about it, and I'm thinking how this game's gonna play out, and they could get up early, or they could have to score, but either way, I think that Eckler's the guy that's going to see the ball the most. He's one of the best receiving running backs in the NFL. Keenan Allen's out, like you said. We don't really know what's up with Mike Williams. They have a couple guys that I think we're going to hear about later that can play. There was a guy that had a really good game. Guyton had a good game last week.
Yeah,
but I think Eckler's going to do it, and what I think is going to happen, he's going to have 10 catches, and who knows what he does with those, but he's going to see a fair share on the ground, but he's going to catch a lot of balls today, I think.
Yep. I'm right there with you. Like, that's part of my process also.
He's 83. He's the number 1 running back.
Yeah.
So as you can see here, I'm blowing the wad on these top 2 guys.
He's going to have 2 deep dives.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple guys that are really, really cheap that have chances of putting up some points today.
Yeah.
Right, and that's part of the process, is looking at the slate and seeing who's going to get the most work out of all of these guys. Now, with Keenan Allen out, I'm looking at Austin Eckler, even though Mike Williams is going to be there, but Ahmad Bradbury, he's good. He's really good. You know what I mean? And, Bradbury struggles against, smaller, shifty type guys like Marquise Brown or, Tyreek Hill or something like that. But, the bigger receivers, he excels against. So I kind of am looking at Mike Williams to get shadowed and taken out of this game, for the most part. That's kind of how I've game scripted it in my mind, but that's what got me on Austin Eckler and also Hefe. So I'm right there with you on that one. And for quarterback, I took, all right, this is going to take some explanations. Okay, I'm rolling with Cam Newton, okay? I know. I get it. I understand. He just got
Explain yourself, please.
I know. I look, and I was talking with a good friend last night about picking a quarterback for today because it was not so easy. There's a lot of underlying intangibles that go with every single one of these quarterbacks today. But I feel like Cam Newton, with his running ability, his arm's not great. But what is he gonna do today? He's gonna pepper DJ Moore, and he's gonna check down, and he's gonna run, and he's gonna make it work because he doesn't want to get sad again. He does not want that embarrassment. That's what's gonna happen today. Atlanta is super weak in the secondary. They're decent against the run, but DJ Moore's gonna open it up for Cam today. So that's where I'm rolling. That's how I'm feeling. I think that's the play at 5,400. But guys, I roll out like 3 to 4 lineups every week and enter them all. And they all have different quarterbacks. So that's kind of how I'm rolling with it. So for my core 4, Cam Newton, Austin Eckler. So Mr. Me Too, who you got a running back? Who you pairing up with your QB?
Well, first and foremost, I do like Newton this week. I mean, you got to think about the value that you're getting as well. For 5,400, you really only need him to hit like that 15 to 18 point range. And that matchup with Atlanta, he definitely has a good chance of actually going over that. So he could pay for himself in these cash games a lot quicker than you think, especially if he gets one of those rushing touchdowns. I mean, that just elevates him really high. At the running back position, though, and like I said, take what I'm saying on these first 2 picks as me and Andy's picks as they are the same. I am going with Alvin Kamara. Now, I know that Tyson Hill typically, for whatever reason, just ruins running backs, but I don't know if you can do that against this Jets defense. I told you guys a couple weeks ago that historically they are the worst, and I mean historically from start to finish, from the beginning of time, they are the worst defense against running backs. You've been able to start 2 guys like the backups against them. Here's a quick take from a show a long time ago. Kai played, I think it was Hines from Indianapolis. Him and Jonathan Taylor both got it in. That's not the only time that's happened against the Jets this year. So, I mean, just as much as I like Cam Newton this week, he wouldn't have been too wrong if he would have went with Taysom Hill because he has a good chance to get some rushing up against that Jets defense. But Alvin Kamara at 7,900, he's the second running back on the slate. He has just as much of a chance to put up the same numbers that Eckler is going to put up today against that Jets defense. I mean, there's nothing else to be said about it.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Attack the weakest rush defense on the board. I'm all for it. They've been giving up chunk yardage all year. Justin Herbert. Oh, excuse me. Herbert.
Herbert. Since we're going with Jays, I went with Josh Jacobs, Las Vegas Raiders against Kansas City. I'm paying down on a lot of guys, so I'm thinking 6,200 isn't too bad for him. He's averaging 15.2, which is only 5 less than somebody like Kamara or Joe Mixon. And I think Chiefs defense, run defense is not great, so I'm going with Double J. Jiggity Josh, Jiggity Jacobs.
Jingleheimer Schmidt. That's what I'm talking about. No, I love that pick. He made my original core 4. I make a core 4 pretty much every day of the week, and then like pick my favorite one all week. But Josh Jacobs is in my original, which I have him in some lineups today. Definitely. And Oakland plays Kansas City tough every time. It's crazy. All right,
and he catches the ball.
Right. And he's catching the ball. There's no Kenyon Drake. He's out there for 3 downs right now. So look, that's a really good pick. I love Josh Jacobs. My bad. What's up, Jayla Green? She said, what's up? And let's see. Ron talking about COVID has all the mess. Yes. I know, Ron. I know. COVID going crazy right now.
Me and Ron's matchup right now is COVID just destroyed. It's crazy. Like me and him have both. At first, I just thought it was going to be another one of those crappy weeks for me. But truthfully, like I lost somebody to COVID, he lost someone to COVID, and I lost somebody to IR, and it's just this is the worst thing. We're taking dart throws to try to get into the playoffs right now. Like we don't know what's going to happen. He hit with his KJ Osborne though on a push off. It was a push off.
He was mad too. Yeah.
Oh boy, boy was that push off 62 yards. He wasn't doing it.
The play hit. I mean,
Yeah.
what was that? 60 yards, 62-yard touchdown.
62 yards. Yep. So not looking like a good start for me, but hopefully I get away with a push off or a trip or something. I don't know.
No doubt. We all hoping for something like that.
I'm hoping for 100 points. I'm just hoping for 100 points.
Right.
I have no help. I have no hope left in Joe's league as I am eliminated from the playoffs.
Are you really? I thought
yeah. It's so cool when you go 4-1 to start the season and then 0-7 for the rest.
Oh man.
I told you to trade Derrick Henry.
You should have
I should have known he was going to get injured. I should have known.
I told you that. It's
just about deepening that roster, man. There were so many holes elsewhere, and Derrick Henry was playing too good. You could have stolen players from anyone, especially Drew. Drew loves trading. You could have probably taken like 3 good players from them.
Yeah. I could have, should have, would, I guess.
The tradesman. That's
what always happens that way.
That's what I do. My trades were really boring this year, though. I didn't really do that much.
Yeah, both the guys that we traded, we both dropped.
Yeah, we dropped them. Yeah, it made sense at the time, but it
was about to drop.
Zach Moss came up with a healthy scratch. I was done. I was like, okay, bro, whatever. but then
that was a pretty fair trade. That was a real fair trade. It was a nothing trade because I don't think either one of us got more than like 9 points out of our 2 or 3 starts.
Hell no. I never even started that dude. That was like my backup. Where are we at right now? Who needs to tell me they running back? Are we good? We good at running
back? We have everybody. Yep.
Okay, dope. Let's go to wide receiver. Oh yeah. Okay, so I paid way up today. I paid way up. But I want to see who Huston Herbert. I want to see who you pairing up with your guys right now, though, at wide receiver. Oh, you're Pat Freiermuth.
Freiermuth.
Sorry, I thought I hit the button, but evidently I did not. I really like Mikey Williams today. Again, I've come to the realization that the Giants are no good. And
is he playing?
Mike Williams is playing, and his homeboy Keenan Allen is not. So I think he's going to do even better than he normally does, which is about 16.1 points. So I'm thinking I'm thinking he's just going to have a great game today. Again, no Keenan Allen, Keenan, whatever, is out. So yeah, it's going to just push him to do even better, I believe.
So wait, hold on. You go Mike Williams, and who was your quarterback?
Justin Herbert.
Herbert. What? Oh, okay. I got you.
And I also flexed out Ekeler. So I have zero faith in the Giants today. And I hate to say it.
Man.
They're not even starting Danny Nichols either.
Right.
No, Fromm.
Andy got to you, huh? Andy been trying to tell you that all year.
Isn't Fromm starting?
No. Mike Glennon.
Where is he starting? He's starting this today, right?
He was supposed to. But he's not anymore because Mike Glennon came back off of his designation, whatever that designation was.
I wanted to see that kid play. Did you guys see that? I wanted to see him play.
Jake from State Farm, dude, from Georgia. He does.
Jake from State Farm. That's great.
That was a great special, though. That show that they did, and it was him and that other cat.
What? Who?
It was like a Netflix something, and it followed them in their like senior years in high school from and somebody else.
Yeah,
it was really good. It was really good show.
Actually, I think I remember that. I remember them talking about it. I didn't get to check it out, but
it's worth it
to watch. Yeah,
it's good.
I heard about that for sure. So Hefe, go ahead and tell us who you got at wide receiver today.
Well, I agree that I think that Dallas-Washington game has the potential to be the best game of the day. And I know Washington's playing like they were supposed to in the beginning of the year. You know, they were picked to win that division, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden they do what they do and they lose a few games. But I think CeeDee Lamb is going to be heavily active today. And look, he had 13 targets last week. He's had 15 targets in a game, 11 targets in a game, and they're just going to feed him. And like I said, I think it's going to be a little bit higher scoring than the average game today. So CD's as good a play as anyone. He can have just as big anyway, but 7,200. So I'm almost maxed out. My tight end is 4,000. That's why I'm paying up big on all these other guys.
Mm-hmm. Right. No doubt. I'm right there with you. I'm also paying up big. Ron chiming in right here. He says CD is gonna.
That's what I'm hoping for.
30. Woo! A 30 burger. Okay, CD for the 30 burger.
CD's Lambs.
Yeah, CD's Lambs. Yo, I'm staying away from the Dallas offense and DFS. I'm scared of that Washington defense right now. I don't know how they've been doing what they've been doing, but I'm scared. So I'm headed elsewhere. But Joski Doski, Mr. Me Too. Who you got at wide receiver?
So I won't be staying away from that Dallas game. And I see Ron thinks Steve's going to go for 30. He's apologizing down there low, but I apologize to you, Ron, because Amari Cooper is going to go for 40. Yeah, he's in that same game. He's got to get his stats too for this season. He had a couple weeks out because of the whole COVID thing. He came back. He was lightly working, and guess what? His report came in saying he feels amazing. He's not having any more effects of COVID whatsoever. So look at his price, man. He is still 5,900. That's just too low price for Amari Cooper. I for what he's done since he's been in Dallas. I mean, we know how they're going to keep this guy involved. I talked about it earlier when I was talking about Dak Prescott. The implied total for this team is pretty damn high this week. So, it's a little scary with that Washington defense, but I just kind of something about this week. This week already kicked off with a game that we thought was going to be a field goal factory, and boy, did they score a lot of points on Thursday night. So yeah. I think we're going to get the same out of a lot of games this week. So I'm going to fire my boy Amari Cooper up. Keep it going. That's my stack. I like Kai's stack. I like my stack a little bit better.
Okay. No, I like it. So I'm paying up for Tyreek. Hill. He's got a fantastic matchup, even though that Las Vegas secondary has been playing really well. Oh, real quick, Jayla's saying we need a trivia game, which we do when we go to the basement. But here I got a trivia question for you. Who's 5-0 in sleeper in the last 5 weeks and is about to win that mug outright after losing 6 in a row? Me. Okay, so
I literally checked that. I checked that thing on Sunday before the game started. You guys have already all shifted through the waiver wire and everything. It's just I gotta lower on leagues, man. 5 is too much. That one being the amount of money that there is. I'm like, I gotta let that go.
It's all good, hey, Andy. Playoffs coming, bro. Relax. Oh no, I'm totally relaxed. Yo, my team on sleeper is just smashing right now.
Watch out now.
Watch out now. I'm coming for you. I'm trying to take down 2 leagues.
I'm actually doing well in that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Hit that waiver wire. F it up, boy. F it up. Okay, so I got Cam, Eckler, Tyreek Hill. I'm gonna go ahead and start off the tight ends here.
Really quick, Andy's pick for his wide receiver is Terry McLaurin this week at 7,000. I don't have any explanation for him, but
Terry McLaurin's a good wide receiver.
Yeah. He's awesome. I love Terry. I love Scary Terry. He's got a tough matchup today, though.
I don't know about that. No, they're playing Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas. Yeah, Diggs back there. The other
I wouldn't pick Taylor Heineke today, but I think McLaurin's a good play.
Diggs gives up like the most yards by far. He just has those picks. So Yeah,
Right.
I ain't scared of Diggs, man. Yeah, ain't nobody
It's a
scared.
little bit of a tough matchup, but that is the game that I'm going with for tight end, though, right now. I'm going with Ricky Seals-Jones. I think Taylor Heineke's going to have to look his way more than once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times today. So I'm going with Ricky Seals-Jones at 3,600. He's almost a deep dive, but our deep dives are $3,500 and less. And so I know I needed a guy or two in my lineups today that I needed to deep dive for, paying up so much for like Tyreek and Eckler. You know what I mean? So I'm going with Ricky Seals-Jones. I think he's going to get enough. I think his floor is just high enough for the tight end spot today. I really do. I think he can 3x his 3,600 to 9 or 10 points today. So let's go to the whisperer, the tight end whisperer. This guy's been smashing tight end all year. Justin Herbert.
I've been smashing those tight ends all year.
Goddamn right,
So-
you heard me.
So I'm off the schneid, guys. It's been a rocky, but hey. Anyway, I was gonna ask Jeff before I pick this guy. Is it pretty windy up there still, or has the wind died down up in Cleveland? Because my pick is Austin Hooper. I think every other tight end that plays for the Browns is hurt.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty windy.
Is it? All right,
Yeah,
well.
that's a good pick.
But yeah, I picked Hooper. Again, I think he's the only available tight end unless they pulled somebody up from the practice squad. I might be wrong, but that's just what I heard. But anyway, I picked him. He's 3,400. Go Brownies.
Yep, absolutely. I love that. Austin Hooper has been he's been talked about a lot this week, and it makes perfect sense because Baker can't throw the damn ball to nobody. He can't connect with anyone. He at least has chemistry with Austin Hooper.
Yeah, I don't think he throws the ball well if he throws it more than like 15 or 20 yards. I'm just like, what?
Right.
Who are you even? What?
Exactly. It just isn't good, man. It's not good right now. So I love the Austin Hooper pick at 3,400. Mr. Me Too, who you rolling with at tight end?
So you won't hear me do this much at all, but yeah, I'm paying up, and I mean all the way up. I'm going with Travis Kelsey this week at 7,400. I mean, the dude scorched them last time they played earlier in the season. I believe he had 8 catches on 10 targets for 119. Throughout his career, he's just destroyed them in general, and I also believe that Vegas gives up like the second most to tight end position. So I mean, he puts things together. Kansas City has really been rolling. Their defense is playing better. They're getting them a couple extra opportunities to do something with the ball. Yeah, I really like Travis Kelsey this week. I'm just not taking any chances on it.
Yep. Okay. No, I feel you. Sometimes you just got to go pay up. I love it.
Yeah, and then Andy's got Moreau from Vegas out there. He's running in at 4,000. By the way, he said, check the rankings, bro. Scary Terry.
Hey, real quick, I got to dip off and make a couple phone calls, but I'm going to give you – I had to pay down somewhere with all the big money that I spent. So we're talking about volume. He didn't do anything last week, but Foster Moreau's $4,000, and there's no reason that he shouldn't have 5 to 8, 9, 10 targets. I'll see you guys back in a few minutes.
No doubt. No doubt. Hey, you Hefe out there saving the world, man. You go ahead, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Hefe out here putting in double time, triple time. If you work for FedEx or UPS right now, hey, get these guys something when they come to your house, man. Hook them up. They're working so hard right now. That job is tough. So I think I got everybody's tight ends. And so we're going to go deep diving. And I was corrected. You cannot go snorkeling if you're going deep diving, but I like to say snorkel. Okay, so that's like one of my favorite words ever. I'm going snorkeling. Herbert, who you got?
So I went to the Browns game again. Again, with the lack of tight ends there, I went with Rashard Higgins, 3,300. I think this needs to be a statement game for the Browns. If they can win, I think they would be tied with Baltimore, or maybe just a game back. But anyway, the division's tight, and they need to pick up some wins, and I think this is the one. And and I'm hoping Baker stops looking like garbage and has a hell of a game. So I'm kind of being a little risky here, but I got both of those dudes, Rashad Higgins and Hooper, and he was 3,300. Higgins is.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm hoping right along with you, man. I really am. Baker has been looking so bad, but that's all the more reason to rely on the security blanket and the guy he has the most chemistry with over everyone on that squad, Rashad Higgins, for sure. I love it. Mr. Me Too, who you got? Who you snorkeling for today?
So I'm running a 2 tight end set today. I really like Jared Cook this week. The Giants are actually being targeted by offenses at the 10-5 rate or highest rate to the tight end position. Jared Cook is coming in at only $3,200. So, I mean, it's a drastic steal. I mean, it's still, and I was telling you guys earlier, there was just one sitting back there that I liked a little bit better than the rest of those receivers out there in LA for the Chargers. Keenan Allen runs in the slot. Mike Williams doesn't. Jalen, what's Guyton's first name? I don't know. Guyton lines up a lot of different places, but one that he doesn't do often is the slot. Maybe he gets work there, maybe he doesn't, but I know one guy that's playing somewhere in that general area typically, and that's Jared Cook. He's familiar with the offense. He's a veteran. They're going to have to get the ball to somebody else other than Austin Eckler today, regardless of whether or not Eckler has 3 or 4 touchdowns. I'm looking for that guy to be Jared Cook today, especially against a defense that's given up a lot of points to the tight end position already. So 3,200, man. I call it the stinky diver. You guys remember that show, Action League Now? It was like,
yeah, of course.
Stinky diver. That's my stinky diver.
I love it. I love it, dude. It makes me want to play the video so bad. Do we not have rights to that one? I know we don't have rights to anything, even if we label it that way.
I don't even have rights to a lot of stuff that I own in life, so I know that I probably don't have rights to that.
Dude, I want to play it. It's so good. They're stinky dives. We're the stinky diver. Man, yeah, I'm doing
What is it? Oh, geez, oh man. Remarkable. A stench so foul it's right off the funkometer. I dare say Fry may have discovered the smelliest object in the known universe.
Oh, name it after me.
Its name is Jalen Guyton. That's my stinky, smelly, nasty dive for the day. 3,400 Jalen Guyton. I love it, man. He's gonna get peppered today. Him and Austin Eckler are it's gonna be all them all day. And Justin Herbert can score regardless of who is out there. You know what I mean? It's not Tennessee. You know, bodies out at the wide receiver position just don't magically produce fantasy points. It's not happening in Tennessee like that way. But this is I almost said San Diego. Who are they now? LA or whatever they are. Justin Herbert and the Chargers are going to do some work today, and it's going to be great. So, all right.
Andy's going with Cedric Wilson from the Dallas Cowboys for 3,500. So I'm going to be honest. Guyton might be a stinky pick, but I mean, I could smell that one through the text message that he sent the pick in. It's just.
You talking about Jeff? Jeff picked Guyton too. He said he's not going to be able to make it back.
Yep,
okay.
Yeah, it just came in. Yeah.
But yeah, he took Guyton as well.
Okay. Well, if anything, now we know where a lot of people who's playing fantasy today is going to go with their under $3,500 pick. You know what I'm saying? Like the percentage usage is going to be a little bit high probably on Guyton and those guys, but he's worth it to throw in at least a lineup or two. It's worth it. You know, he's going to get some looks today. That's for sure. So, Mr. Me Too, Joski Doski, you want to, if you want to roll through your lineup again, let people know who you got, and then say your piece to them.
Well, we got for one. I'm not going to skip over our last week's lineup whatsoever.
Yeah.
Hey. Put him on the board.
So, it looks like I'm starting to kind of rack up some of those victories a little bit more consecutively here. But
good job, Joe.
best for last. So at the bottoms of the bottoms here. Wait, 64. Okay, yeah, Drew. I didn't think that you finished last, but yeah, you actually finished last year. It looked like you had 64.92. We actually all had good weeks. I will tell you that. That was still relatively close to that 70 points that we're always trying to get to. So yeah, Ron, you get no advice this week. I don't even care if it's in our league or another league.
Oh, no love. It's a playoff game. He gets no love. Essentially, it is a playoff game, right? If you lose, you're out.
Yeah. This is a 1 week playoff, right?
Yep. No love, Ron. Sorry,
seems like
but I would not. I would not play him. Just my thoughts.
Exactly.
Kai was up next with 70.46 points. With his deep dive, he did hit 81.36. Actually, Drew, you had the same deep dive. You guys have Reynolds. He went in at 10.9, so he was the best deep dive there was out of all of our picks.
Hell yeah.
And then Jeff came up after that with 83.58 points. And then Andy actually was just away from like running past me because Lamar just did not really do too well. But he ended up having 93.92 points. Kittle just blew up. Dude had 42.6.
Yeah, Kittle was nasty.
And he was only priced at 5,900. So, I mean, the return on investment on that pick was just spectacular. Mm-hmm. And then at the very tip top of the tops was me with 98.38 points. I just got solid contributions from Herbert, Taylor, and Godwin. Man, Godwin with the 15 catches was just spectacular. So, yeah, I like to be the wiener. Wiener.
Wiener.
Stress that.
Joe is the wiener.
I got him.
No, it's the Wiener. You're the wiener.
Yeah, I want you to flip it down, twist around, and reverse it, man. Do all that. That's
Absolutely. Hey, congrats. This is the first time I come in last all year. Fine. I still cashed last week. I cashed. And you know what did it for me? Who was it? Deontay Johnson. That last touchdown he scored in that game real late. That got me over the mark. I got my money back at least. Whew, man. Because I was sweating up until then, boy, let me tell you. But the only 2 weeks I haven't cashed is week 5 and week 7. That's it. Every other week has been gravy. So everybody out there listening and taking notes and paying attention, we're dropping some dimes out here. We are dropping dimes. No Kevin Love here at all, though. You know what I mean? We play every game. We out there. We out here sweating. We making things happen, So go check out our podcast, We Talk Podcast. That's everywhere, anywhere that you can look at it. BlackGammaENT.com. That's another place you can go just specifically find us. But right there, bam, click on this and check out the content. And follow us on Twitter for crying out loud. At IU We Talk Sports. Let's go. Hit it up. Doski, what you want to leave for the people? And if you want to do a rundown of your lineup, go ahead and whatever you want to do.
Well, I don't really want to give you guys any more of my picks. If you guys weren't listening, you guys don't deserve them. Go back, hit the rewind button. Like I said, flip it down, twist it, and reverse it. But I do want to go ahead and give one more shout out. I'm going to do it again. If you like banners like Bruce, hit up 36 North Consultant. That's my boy David Brooks. He's got you taken care of. If you need grants written, if you need to have banners made, if you need to do anything, run your business. You need your business ran, talk to him. He's got you. He's out here doing the work 24/7, man, just representing for the Akron 330. Just trying to go ahead and pull that money together. Don't worry about that cut over there. I can't cut. So, it's just kind of hanging and stuff like that. I ruined the banner. He's making me another one. More money for him. So, yeah, other than that, the best team in the AFC is on a bye this week. So you see me wearing this Cleveland gear. Unfortunately, I can't wear the jersey I just spent $175 on a few weeks ago because I'm playing against them So I'm rocking this dirty ass shit right here. Excuse my language. This is a Baker Mayfield jersey. It got given to me for free with tags on it still. So that just goes to show how much everyone believes in them. This is your last chance, Baker. This is it. Go out and play hard and win. If you don't play hard and win and hand the ball to Kareem Hunt, not Nick Chubb, the entire game, I will burn this jersey the moment, wherever I can find you at. I burn it right in front of him. Where do you find Baker Mayfield at? Creating State Farm jerseys? Is he or State Farm commercials? Is that where he is?
He's a cheesecake factory getting head from a redneck.
Yeah. I'm gonna be at the Cheesecake Factory waiting to burn your jersey right in front of you if you don't just go out and just throw the ball to Kareem Hunt the entire game. So go Patriots.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Okay. Guys.
Yeah. On that note, I truly think this is a playoff game for the Browns. I think this is a must-win for them. If they want to stay relevant, even just in the division. But yeah, go Browns. And I don't really have any shout outs or anything. Giants are done. Good luck to everybody. Last game of most people's fantasy leagues. So good luck to everybody out there, except for Ken. Hopefully I can beat him so he doesn't make the playoffs.
Oh, you're playing spoiler. Okay.
Well, Aaron has to lose as well, but I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I'd like to win going out.
Oh, okay. No
you
doubt.
I'd like to go out winning.
I clinched. I don't even know how I clinched so long ago, but it's just I'm good to go. I'm ready for next week.
Did you clinch?
Yeah, I'm at 100. ESPN gives you the 100% when you clinch.
So that's like a weird thing. I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't.
They give me 0.
I don't think. No, I'm going to tell you the truth though. I don't think you should follow that. I really don't, because I guarantee you, I'm in a league right now that gives me 100%. I looked at it with 2 weeks left, and I can actually finish with a less record. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like I'm, ESPN doesn't do things right. We've been through this years and years. We had Chris Robinson calling ESPN one year. It just does not follow things the way it's supposed to. I would, because even Ron, I think he just put it on here. If he wins and Andy, or if he loses and Andy loses, Ron still gets in. And I don't think ESPN's percentages predict that. It's just, I would go through and do your own calculations before you go out and be like, hey, if I lose, I'm straight.
Yeah. No, I do think I'm straight. But Ryan said it all right here. It was that tie. It was a tie, bro. That gives me a leg up.
It could.
I'm straight.
A lot of times it does. I try to tell people it ties a lot better than a loss.
Yes.
No shit.
Better than a loss, man. Oh my God.
It's a tie is a half a win.
Exactly.
Yeah, nobody wants there to be ties. Everybody wants to change the system and everything like that. I'm like, hey,
I'm good with whatever. I'm good with whatever it is. I'm gonna make the playoffs. I'm gonna fuck y'all up. Oh, excuse my language. Okay, hey. So I want to give out this $1 million lineup real quick. Joe Burrow, Dante Foreman, Rashad Penny, Tyreek Hill, Tyler Lockett, DJ Moore, Ricky Seals-Jones, Julio Jones, Seahawks defense. That's the one. That's the one I'm entering all contests in.
You should have went with Hilliard over Foreman, right?
No way. I'm going Foreman because he's gonna get the bulk of the between the tackle carries. He's like, okay, so Hilliard is gonna be sweet for PPR. Definitely. He could get a lot of looks. But Julio Jones coming back today is gonna take a lot of those looks away from what Dontrell Hilliard would have been getting. If this game can stay close, and I think it will, I think Foreman's going to get 20 to 22 carries today. Yeah, for sure. He went 19 for 109 last week, and then Hilliard stole the touchdowns. So I think he's going to find an end zone today, and I think this game's going to stay a lot closer than initially anticipated. So I'm going with Foreman there. And Rashad Penny, Carroll already said he's going to be a huge part of the game plan today. I listen to Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's one of those not pulling any punches type of dudes. So he just straight up tells you exactly what it is and how it's going to be. Rashad Penny, he's getting the bulk of the carries today. The skill level's never been questioned. Rashad Penny's a baller. He's way better than Alex Collins. Way better. Like, not even close. We're talking.
Well, we're talking about them both being extremely bad. Just one's a lot worse than the other. Let's see. We got some lineup questions, but this one right here. This one is actually pretty interesting, though. If me and Ron tie actually, and Brooks actually wins our division, by the way. So that would be a pretty exciting one. But let's see, Julio Jones or Russell Gage, full point PPR. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that one quite yet. I need a minute to sit on that. So, Kai, what do you think about that one?
I just like Julio Jones a little better there. Probably not by much. I just think Carolina's defense is probably a little bit better than Jacksonville's. So just on that, probably I would go with Julio.
Yeah, I'm rolling Julio also. But I like both. I like both of your options there for sure. But in this case, I'm going Julio. His matchup is so nice today.
Neither is bad.
You say what?
Neither is bad.
Right, neither's bad for sure.
Yeah, Gage to me just seems like the past few weeks he's been getting peppered and targets a lot more. Of course, because I dropped him. Came back. Since I dropped him, I mean that's the real correlation here. So I'm sure that Russell Gage will be the one to go with, especially because I'm going to tell you to go with Julio Jones. Obviously that Jacksonville defense is a pass funnel. We attack it every week, and it seems to hit. Odell, even though he had a good game before, he came back from the dead again against Jacksonville. So Julio Jones, I'm definitely liking that pick. Only thing I hate about it is just he hasn't played since week 9. He hasn't been healthy the entire time, but I mean, hopefully those 3 weeks happen. I'm actually considering. I'm going back and forth right now. I wouldn't be surprised by 1 o'clock if Guyton got switched out for Julio Jones. I'm really bouncing back and forth for those picks, man. I'm scared of that Guyton pick because I just don't know. He doesn't run those same routes as Keenan. It's more of a risk than I think people are saying or giving it. So, another one for Jose here. The one for Flex: Gronk, Hunt, or Connor. I'm going Kareem Hunt. I'm going Kareem Hunt because I need him. I'm just going to put it that way. It's easy.
I would go with Gronk. He's been consistently good since he's been back. Kareem Hunt and Connor are kind of like the 1B guys or 2 guys, whatever you want to call it. But I would go Gronk just because he's been playing so well since he's been back.
Yeah, I'm going Gronk as well. When he's out there, Brady peppers him. He just hits him up. He's going to be used. As long as Gronk's out there, he's the guy that's going to be used. That's Brady's guy. The GOAT's guy is probably the best bet here. Any more questions? Let's see. Oh, here, Ryan got some what you call it?
There you go, Ron. That's some good. That's some good analysts right there. That's a good analysis. I think Hunt will get more opportunities than Gronk and Nick Chubb today. So
Nick Chubb. What?
And you're really hoping.
Hey.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Kareem Hunt's as fresh as can be, man. The dude hasn't played for weeks, and then he came in and got his nice little share, and then got a nice little bye week to rest up. He was a little bit sore after the game he came back, but as soon as the bye week was over, they said he was playing, and they got rid of his injury degradation. So, hey, don't forget, he was the highest graded running back before he went down. I mean, I expect that to be the same. They're going to have to attack Baltimore some way. It's going to be in the run game. So, hopefully, Hunt's the one that's
okay. But what happened last time? 2 weeks ago when we played the Ravens, they sold out to stop the run. They completely sold out to stop the run, and Baker did not hurt them through the air. That was their game plan, and it worked to a T. It worked so well, in fact, that Lamar Jackson got away with throwing 4 interceptions and they won the game. That's incredible.
Yeah. Couple differences about that, though, is one, I mean, we're talking about a game that's played in Baltimore rather than Cleveland. 2, Kareem Hunt he didn't get as many carries as he would. Normally, those two are wearing out defenses together.
Yep.
So it's probably a lot more hopeful on my end that Hunt is getting more opportunities, but I do think that the run game is going to be big today for Cleveland. I don't think that Baltimore is going to be able to do what they did a couple weeks ago against them.
I hope not, man. I hope not. Patrick Queen's really good. I don't know. I think the Cleveland Browns get the win today, but it's going to be close. It's going to be a tough one, another tough one. But we got to get this victory. We got to get in the playoffs. We cannot miss the playoffs this year. That's
playoffs.
An option.
Playoffs.
All right, y'all.
Playoffs.
We're getting the hell up out of here, man. Everybody go win some money and post your scores and come comment on our page and on the video and everything. Let us know how you did. Give us your core four. You know what I mean? Go ahead and give us your core four, and we'll talk about it next week, and we'll highlight you, and we'll see what's
Tom
up.
Brady's only going to throw 3 passes today.
Well, yeah, I don't know about that one.
That's all you need to beat the Bills.
Yo, peace out.
Got him.
I don't know about that.